Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to do this. I've made YouTube videos before, but not like this. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm Kimmy. I go by Kiki. My name used to be something else, but I didn't like it, so I changed it. Hooray! Okay, so I'm going to be making some videos about my experience with enlisting and trying to join and going through all the process and everything for the United States Air Force. By the way, I'm not bald. If you can tell by my shadow, there's my ponytail. It's just flat and kind of round. I decided that I was going to binge watch a bunch of Air Force videos, which I am successful at doing, and doing all research I can. I love doing research about stuff. The reason why I kind of stay up so late is because I have two kids, and they take a lot of my day up, so the only time is after 3 a.m., and I can go to sleep after they go to sleep. And it's pretty exciting. I've watched a lot of videos for you guys who are watching this. I don't have everything. I'm just saying my journey, but the videos that have gave me the most information is, I think, that cool guy or something like that. He has a mustache and he kind of looks like Tracy Morgan. Kyle Gott was a really good person who does really good videos. Aim High Erin, she's amazing when it comes to the female perspective for the Air Force. They give out a lot of information, so I highly recommend you watch their videos. I see a lot of people on here doing videos about their journey with, talking to a recruiter, enlisting, and whatnot. I have a really cool recruiter. I used to have another one, but I got transferred because he went for deployment in Korea, and it's in the cabinet. He went to Korea. For you East Texas people with Sergeant Ryan, I'm pretty sure you know how awesome he is. And I have Sergeant Perkins in Shreveport. I'm gonna talk about Shreveport in another video. I love Texas. The weather is excellent. But I decided to enlist into the Air Force when I was 15 and I was in foster care. And then, I've been to air shows in Maryland, and I've been to Air Force bases, and I've seen so many amazing things and so many careers. And I have the spirit to do it! Yay! And also it's pretty exciting for me because I almost got there when I was 17, but shit happens. And then I had my son, and my husband joined the Army, and we were stationed in a place I really dislike. Yeah, I was an Army wife. Wasn't popular because I was evidently too brutal. And the thing about that is, if you make friends with someone who doesn't like another person, and you make friends with that person not knowing that they don't like each other, you basically get blacklisted, which makes no sense. So I had my daughter in July after my birthday, and I decided that, hey, okay, I have my baby now. We're at a spot where I can have time to go to basic training. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go forward with this. So, a couple steps that I took, I had to get my GED. And there's nothing wrong with getting a GED. It doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean that, you couldn't cut it out for high school. Because some of us just don't have that opportunity. And for being a foster kid, it was really difficult moving from place to place. And then having different rules and getting confused. I'm pretty old now. Not old, but I'm old. Too old to be in school. So I took my GED and I passed it. And by the way, the GED was kind of hard for me because with a couple of schools I went to, they did not teach the stuff that's on the GED, because there are some schools, I'm pretty sure you guys know, that like to kind of be irresponsible and like, hey, read this page and do all of this and turn it in, and then you get an A. They don't teach you, they don't tell you what you need to know, which makes things difficult, but I did pass because I studied rigorously. Also, I bought the sorry about that. My husband decided to toot, and we had to laugh about it. Yeah, live life. Have fun. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, I bought the Kaplan 2015. Kaplan, not Caslin. The Kaplan 2015 ASVAB book. It was very helpful when I studied for my GED because I kind of studied for the ASVAB and did both. Now, with the GED to go into the Air Force, unless they changed their rules after I got in, I mean, I got my foot in the door. I didn't get in yet, but you needed a 65 to at least get considered. First time I got a 64 because I was very nervous and I stayed up 5 days straight taking all of my GED tests, which was really stupid. I do not suggest that at all. It was very, very stupid. But I got a 64, which is pretty good. And, or was it a 63? I think, no, it was a 64 because I needed one more point. And I went back to the Shreveport Maps and the guy, he looks at me, he's like, you know you got a 64. I said, I know, but I got GED, so I need 65. And he's like, oh, okay. So I took the test, and I was so worried. I could have got a higher score than what I got, but I focused so much on my weak area that I lacked the points in. If I could do it all over again, which I can, but I don't want to, I would probably retake the test, but that would set us back so much. It was pretty amazing because after I took the test, he said, oh, you got a 66, and I was like, really? And then I had this look on my face, and I was just like this, and I was like walking through Maps and coming out the door, and he's like, oh, so you did good? I said, I got 66. I was so excited. It was crazy. And then I stood in line, and I'm just hopping up and down and waiting to go to the front desk, and I was like, I got a 66! And he was like, good job, and we high-fived. The Shreveport Maps, they're very awesome people, very laid back, didn't make me feel like I was like, you know, a piece of crap trying to join. They made me feel like, hey, you can do this. And then I went to the Air Force liaison, and he was pretty cool, and I told him, because my recruiter wasn't there, he was on leave, so I had to let him know, hey, I got a 66, and my recruiter's not here right now, but I have to wait for him to send my stuff in operations for them to approve me. And he said, don't worry, they'll approve you got a 66. And I was like, yeah. So I tried to quietly leave out the door, but as soon as I got into that little space between the first door and the second door, I was like, ah! And I ran out and I skipped down the park, and I went, not down the park, the parking lot. And I skipped and I went to the car and I said, baby, I got a 66! And I called my recruiter and I was like, yeah, I passed! And so that was on a Monday. And then by Thursday, I was called and I was told that I was approved by operations to enlist into the Air Force. And their little quota for how many GED recipients could be accepted just started. So I was like that first few, I believe I was told. I could be delusional. I said high hopes for myself. But I did, and I was very, very happy about it. So we were planning on me to process the first week of January. Now, what my recruiter told me was that, or my old recruiter, what he told me was that it's either 3 cycles or 6 months after you give birth. So we were going, okay, I have the 3 cycles. I filled out my medical stuff. Everything was good to go, but they changed the rules saying it had to be 180 days from the day I gave birth. And I was like, oh, crud. And at first, they did my credit check, and I had some problems. So one thing about credit checks, people, if you have hospital bills, at least try to get a portion of it taken care of and get proof, because that is a boo-boo when trying to enlist in the Air Force that will get on your knee and disturb you. So I got it paid for, and I sent in everything to my new recruiter, and man, I was 151 pounds, but ever since then I dropped a few, because I've been really trying to exercise. But he sent my stuff up, and so I'm still waiting. He said it's still looking good, because I don't really have anything that's criminal. There was an accidental, someone stole my identity, and got me arrested for it, but I didn't get charged. And they figured out that I wasn't a 37-year-old woman, you know, with gray hair and missing teeth. As you can see, I have all my teeth. And no gray hair. See? No gray hair. But that was that. And my babies, I would love to give them a home and, you know, have a great career out of things. that I can do. I plan to switch a couple jobs in my Air Force career. I do plan on becoming an officer within my first 6 years. Because I am signing a 6-year contract. Yes, I'm taking that dive. I don't care. I plan on retiring out of the U.S. Air Force and doing what I can. So yeah, this is my start of my process. I'm going to start making videos on my experience because my experience was a lot different than most people who graduated with a regular high school diploma and didn't need to go through these extra steps. A lot of them were young, so they didn't have all these financial problems. So in a couple of videos, I'm going to, run stuff down step by step in shorter videos. I just want to try. I love talking a lot. I love people. I love to smile, and I draw bird face sometimes. So looking forward to talking to you more, you beautiful people who are contemplating doing something amazing with your life, because I guarantee you, from my family, a lot of them that I've met were in the military, and I respect them so much. And then there are the bad apples in the military that I don't respect, that I've seen and heard them brag about doing horrible stuff. So I hope you won't go in there with the intentions of doing that, because I believe the Air Force is one of, well, I think it's the top branch because it's the brains of the whole military service area. It's like, here's the umbrella, and it's like top to bottom. Hello, Air Force, we're the brain. And then there's Army and Marines, and then Navy. They're like up there in the brain with us, but they also have nurses too. My daughter's crying. I'll be back.